Final War in One Piece revealed. Now, ever since the creator of One Piece, a series that has been going on for 2 decades, Ichiro Oda has stated that the final arc in One Piece will make Marineford. And Marineford, for me personally, is my favorite arc. I know a lot of people have other arcs like Enies Lobby and other great arcs, because One Piece has multiple amazing arcs. But for me personally, Marineford is my favorite arc in the series. So he said that Marineford will look like a side story compared to the final arc. That's when I decided this final war or arc is going to be amazing, and we're getting a lot of hints of what's going to happen in this final arc. So I thought I'd make a video on the final war in One Piece, and I think it's going to be an amazing war, and honestly, the hype is definitely real. Now, before I talk about some crazy events that are going to happen in this final war, I gotta first talk about Luffy. Monkey D. Luffy is going to be the lead when it comes to this final war. His goal is to become Pirate King. He's been saying that for how long? Like 2 decades he's been saying that I'm trying to become the king of the pirates. And he's gonna have to have a final form. A lot of people have been saying a new gear, reverse gear. People have been saying gear 5th will be his final form, gear 6, gear 7, gear 8. It goes on to gear 10th. It's crazy. But honestly, what I personally feel like a final form for Luffy would be amazing if he had Awakening, which he mastered, his Haki, which he mastered to the next level, because we've already seen signs of Haki having some sort of expansion, and honestly, a weapon. We've seen many great pirates have, and not many great pirates, many great characters have weapons. You've seen it with Goldie Roger, he had a sword. We see Shiki with 2 swords on his leg now. We see Whitebeard with his weapon. I forgot the name of it, but it's very cool and epic name. So Luffy, I first feel like Luffy might be cool to have a weapon, maybe a staff of some sort. Some people have been referencing the Sun Wukong, but a lot of people are just saying that Luffy does not need a weapon, and he just should use only his physical fist, his hands. He should fight with his hands like a man. But honestly, Garp the Fist has kind of made that an epic thing of his thing. But honestly, if Luffy can some way combine his fruit with a weapon by using Awakening, I would be so hyped. Shanks versus Blackbeard. Personally, I feel like Shanks versus Blackbeard has had so many foreshadowing moments. We remember the moment where Shanks met with Whitebeard. Yes, talking about Whitebeard, Blackbeard's former captain, warning him of Marshall D. Teague and how he got scarred by Blackbeard when he was on guard. Like, that quote is such a famous quote, because if Shanks just said he scarred me, we could all say that Blackbeard probably did it in some scummy way, some backstabbing way. He didn't do it when Shanks was off guard, so Shanks knew Blackbeard was coming, and he still scarred Shanks. So Blackbeard has some secret ability, maybe, who knows. But that was a foreshadowing moment of Shanks and Blackbeard fighting. And then we have the moment of which Marineford, where Shanks stops the war, and Shanks like, "You want to go?" And Blackbeard's like, "Nah, I'm good, yo. Our time will happen soon." So Blackbeard is rising up the ranks. He's now at the Yonko position, and in the future, Shanks and Blackbeard will meet. It's destiny. So this fight, I am so excited to see. And we know Shanks and Luffy, the first chapter, if you don't know, the first chapter of One Piece, because the anime starts off differently, but the first chapter of One Piece, the one the creator of One Piece made, is centered around Shanks and Luffy and Blackbeard kind of been foreshadowed for an event. So this will definitely be crazy if one of them dies, most likely Red Hair. Now, one of my favorite groups in the One Piece story, actually my favorite group, is the Worst Generation. Yeah, they're not the strongest group, but these pirates are so unique, and whenever I saw them in that arc, Sabaody, Shabundi, I'm not too sure how you pronounce it, it was an amazing scene. And one of the most iconic scene is Luffy, Eustace Kid, and Trafalgar Law, all of them, the 3 captains. That's what the episode was called, the chapter was called, and they were just standing there looking badass, and it was such a great moment, because Luffy's like, "I'm gonna go find the One Piece," and Kid's like, everyone we mentioned the One Piece 2, everyone laughed at it, but now we're going to the new world where if you don't actually like believe in the One Piece, you're done for. So I definitely feel like Luffy versus Kid is gonna have a crazy battle before the actual start of this war. Maybe in the beginning of it, Luffy and Kid will have a battle, and at the middle of the war, the end of the war, I could see Eustace Kid and Trafalgar Law, because there's been tension between these 2 characters. Law, we know he stick the middle finger to Kid, and like they had moments where they're butting heads, and Law does not like the disrespect that Kid gives to him. So I can see Luffy and Kid first, and then Law and Kid later. That's just a thought of mine. One of the most hyped up fights, the Blackbeard Pirates versus the Straw Hat Pirates. And there's a lot of crazy matchups that could happen in this battle. Some of the most iconic matches I could see happening is Shiryu of the Rain. This guy is getting hype. A lot of people think that he might get Josu's Delphi, who knows, versus Zoro. I mean, you know, Zoro, when he was fighting Mr. One kind of foreshadowed of Zoro cutting Diamond. He's like, what are you going to cut next? Diamond? That could be a foreshadowing of Shiryu in the Rain getting Josu's fruit and fighting Zoro. Then we have Sanji, and I personally feel like Sanji's opponent, people are saying it's going to be, I believe they said Burgess, I believe. No. I think Sanji's opponent's going to be Lafitte, a guy who flies just like Sanji, a guy who actually is very intelligent just like Sanji. And honestly, I think that Lafitte and Sanji will be a great matchup. It'll be very cool, very fun. And there's definitely many more. Sanron Wolf was a big man. He's the biggest character in the One Piece story. And there's many more. Katarina Devon, Nami, Robin. Like, there's so many people that are going to go at it. Doc, Hugh, and Chopper. And how can I forget Usopp and Von Augur? That's going to be amazing. So there's definitely a lot of things lining up between these two pirate groups. And it's going to be so iconic. Now, moving forward from the Blackbeard Pirates versus the Straw Hat Pirates, I didn't mention, you noticed, the captains. Marshall D. Teach versus Monkey D. Luffy. The Battle of the D's. Yes, both of these characters have the Will of D in their name. And it's pretty much not just the Battle of the D. You know what's crazy? When two D members fight each other, and the biggest prize is the Pirate King. Yes, the Pirate King has been vacant since Goldie Roger, and these two guys are gonna fight. Now, me personally, I was a big fan of Blackbeard and Luffy fighting on Raftel, but a lot of people have been saying that now that we found new information about the Road Poneglyph, that they might not even fight on Raftel. But I personally feel like on the way to Raftel, I'll accept it. But Blackbeard versus Monkey D. Luffy, Straw Hat Pirate Luffy going at it. You know, Blackbeard might have 3 fruits at that time, and he's gonna be a Dull Fruit, a Mastery Crazy with Whitebeards, the Yami Yami no Mi, and who knows, a Mythical Zone. I theorize he might even have Kaido's fruit. If he might take Kaido's fruit, that's just a theory of mine. But still, Luffy is gonna have to perfect every single thing of his. His fruit has to be perfected. All 3 types of Haki has to be perfected. And honestly, he has to go to the next level. I think the difference maker might be the voice of all things. Yes, I said the voice of all things. And then if Luffy does defeat Blackbeard, continuing in this long and strenuous war, Nico, Robin, and Nami are definitely gonna have to help Luffy when it comes to finding the One Piece. Nami because of her map skills and her navigation, Nico Robin because she can read the poneglyphs. So these two working together, we've already seen it on Zou when they were working together, and now Luffy's gonna be the one who can also read the voice of all things. So these 3 are gonna be working together to find the One Piece, and I feel like Luffy should be the only person to actually, I don't think he should be the only person to see the One Piece, but I feel like Luffy should be the person who is more focused on when it comes to actually finding the One Piece. I want Luffy to find it. I want Robin and Nami to give him kind of the blueprint, and I feel like they all should enjoy it, but Luffy should be the one whose main attention is on it. Because yo, I'm telling you right now, yo, that secret, we've been wondering for 2 decades, what is the One Piece? Now, after the One Piece is found, I do want to say 2 things. I think there's gonna be 2 flashbacks. Yes, I feel like there's gonna be 2 flashbacks, maybe consecutively, maybe not, but one of the flashbacks I believe happening is Goldie Roger, and him being the previous Pirate King, and him being the one who mentioned the One Piece in the beginning of the entire story. It's actually the first moments in the entire story. So I think a flashback on him right after finding the One Piece would be amazing. It would kind of go how Oda does it when it comes to poetic stuff like that. But I do want to say this, a Void Century flashback might have to happen right before Luffy finds the One Piece or after, because Robin isn't finding all the information, and I feel like the Void Century should be more focused with Nico Robin. Like I said, the One Piece, Luffy, Void Century, Nico Robin, and a flashback to Joy Boy and the crazy world government and everything, the Celestial Dragons back then. There's gonna be so many amazing moments in the flashback to the Void Century, so I just can't wait. Now, while Luffy versus Blackbeard is happening, Luffy finding the One Piece is happening, I could see a situation where the Marines and the Revolutionaries go at it. And the 2 characters I want to see go at it when it comes to the Marines and Revolutionary in this battle in the final war is Monkey D. Dragon versus Akainu. We saw throughout Marineford, Akainu seemed like he had some sort of disdain towards Monkey D. Dragon, so I was so excited to see if Akainu in the future and Dragon go at it. The most wanted man, the fleet admiral, if do they have a history, do they have a past? We know Dragon was the son of Garp, and Garp really wanted Luffy to be a Marine, so I would think he wanted Dragon to be a Marine, and maybe he was a Marine, who knows? But Dragon and Akainu might have some sort of past, and it might be all uncovered in this battle between the Marines and Revolutionaries. Oh my goodness, man, just me talking about it is getting me excited. And how could I forget about it? You all saw the moment when the Grand Fleet was forming. Yes, I gotta bring up the Grand Fleet because we know they said this iconic moment of the Grand Fleet I don't know why I'm stuttering. The Grand Fleet forming 5,600 members, and they're going to do something so iconic. So the hype was real. They hyped the Grand Fleet for the future, and I love when stories do that. So I definitely feel like it kind of reminded me of the whole Blackbeard versus Ace when they hyped up the situation of Ace and having a crazy effect in the future. So the Grand Fleet, I see them maybe battling some Vice Admirals in the Marine War, and I see Marco even coming through. I see Marco coming clutch and helping out, because we know Whitebeard's final order is, I think, is going to be stuck in Marco's head. Right now, Marco is very depressed, but I feel like once he remembers what Whitebeard's final order orders, his captain, his pops, the one he loved so much, his final order: protect Straw Hat Luffy. Let's get it. Now, I definitely can't forget of Luffy versus Akainu and the Straw Hat Pirates versus the Marines in general. And people are probably thinking, wow, so much things happening in the final war. Like I said, the reason why I'm predicting so much things is because he stated that the final arc will make Marineford look like a side story. So I'm going to mention a lot of things. And I do want to say this: Whitebeard's final words. He's pretty much said that once the One Piece is found, a war will break out. And I personally believe that after Blackbeard, Luffy's gonna fight Akainu after Blackbeard. Now, some people say Luffy's gonna fight Akainu before Blackbeard. I'm more of a fan of Akainu after Blackbeard, even though Blackbeard's my second favorite character, so it's nothing biased when it comes to this. But I see Luffy versus Akainu. I see Zoro versus Fujitora. There's been hype when it comes to Dressrosa, multiple moments where Zoro really want to add it with Fujitora. And then we have moments like Sanji versus Kizaru, which I made a whole video, you could check it out. But the hype is real. Both these guys use their legs when it comes to their fighting power. And we saw when it comes to Kizaru, the best way to stop Kizaru, Rayleigh used it, observation haki. And Sanji's specialty is observation haki. There's many more inclinations when it comes to Sanji versus Kizaru. People deny it, but I think it's gonna happen at the end of the story. And one that's very unexpected: Usopp versus Green Bull. We haven't seen Green Bull yet, but I'm not gonna lie, Green Bull kind of reminds me of Usopp's, the way his weapons, the plants he uses. So we might see a sniper versus an admiral. Usopp might get to that level. He's one of the 4 characters on the Straw Hat Pirates who has haki. So definitely Oda is gonna build up Usopp, the long distance fighter. Usopp is gonna surpass his father, and his father is amazing, a top young commander on Shanks' crew. So definitely you gotta respect Usopp when it comes to him in the end of the story. Kuma versus Franky. Now this fight, I might not even, people are gonna say, why are you mentioning this fight of like all the fights, like Kuma versus Franky? The reason I'm mentioning this is because where was Franky in his time skip stay? He was in Vegapunk's office area when he was a kid, and he got a lot of those things to help out Franky when it comes to helping him in the future. Kuma and Franky are both connected in some way to Vegapunk, and I feel like some crazy stuff's gonna happen in this battle. We know Kuma and Franky had that moment when the time skip ends, and we see Franky and Kuma's protecting the 1,000 Sunny. So I think Franky and Kuma, there's gonna be an amazing fight. We know Franky got that work by Kuma and Thriller Bark, so there's history towards Franky and Kuma. 2 moments I mentioned, Sabaody and Thriller Bark. So I just feel like there's gonna be crazy moment, a crazy fight between Kuma and Franky, the non-human Kuma and Franky, and we're gonna get a lot of information in this battle. So I feel like it's gonna be very cool. Some people have been theorizing that Franky gets Kuma's fruit. I'm not too sure. We know Franky did say that he likes to swim when it comes to Luffy asking him to take Ace's fruit, but it's to each his own. Now you're probably thinking, where's Sabo? When are you gonna mention Sabo? You didn't even mention Sabo in the Revolution versus the Marines. The reason why I didn't mention Sabo is, if the Revolutionary versus Marines gets a bad thing for Dragon, and Dragon is somehow defeated, or even if Dragon isn't defeated by Akainu, I think Sabo versus Akainu is kind of destiny. Sabo just recently got Ace's fruit. Ace was killed by Akainu. Sabo said to Blackbeard, to Jesus Burgess, that I have no ill will towards you. Who does he have ill will towards then? He didn't say he has toward anyone, he said towards you. He has ill will towards Akainu, so there's definitely some hype between these characters going at it, and it'll be amazing if Sabo defeats Akainu by showing up that his fruit is not because we know the whole situation of Akainu beating Ace was, the whole narrative is Akainu's fruit was superior. But if Sabo beats Akainu with Ace's fruit, it'll be poetic. I love that kind of situation. It'll be for Ace. Now Luffy, I think he's gonna be going to Mary Joao, to be honest. After the Marines, after Blackbeard, I think Mary Joao, the Holy Land, is a place where he's probably gonna head to. Maybe the One Piece is telling him to go to that place. It might have to do with the National Treasure. Who knows? A lot of spooky stuff when it comes to the National Treasure. But I think battles we might see, minor battles that we might see in the final arc, the final war, is maybe versus CP0, and Lucci might be at the end of the story the strongest CP0 member, so we might see a rematch between Luffy and Lucci. I actually have a whole video planned in the future about that, so I don't want to say too much. And Smoker's been chasing Luffy since Lockdown, so I definitely have to mention Smoker as a character who will definitely go toe-to-toe with Luffy for a little bit. And I just want to know, where is Oda taking Smoker's character? Right now he's going to Vegapunk, so will he get improvements when it comes to his fruit? Because we know Vegapunk is the guy who knows everything about fruit, so I think that Smoker might have some improvements we're going to see, and we're going to be amazed. But in all seriousness, the Gorosei is the main thing I think Luffy's going to fight. The Gorosei, we know Zoro and the bald Gorosei is kind of Destiny, the swordsman. Why is he carrying a sword? He has to be a great swordsman, and Zoro fighting him is kind of cool. Sanji and the blonde hair one, that's just a guess of mine, but Luffy's going to have to fight one of them. I think the long bearded one, the one who said kill him and comes to Ohara flashback, that's who Luffy's going to fight. Just a guess of mine. and Zoro versus Mihawk. A lot of people have been theorizing that Mihawk's gonna pass away, but I actually disagree with this theory. I don't think Shiryu the Rain's gonna kill Mihawk for the greatest swordsman. I think Mihawk's gonna stay the greatest swordsman until the final arc, the final war, and Zoro's gonna fight Mihawk after all the swordsmen he goes through. Fujitora, Shiryu the Rain, the Bald Gorosei, many swordsmen he goes through, he's gonna have to fight Mihawk, the greatest swordsman, and all these battles he had in the past, even in Wano, it's gonna help him in this final war, final arc when it comes to Mihawk and the winner of the greatest swordsman. Man, oh man, what can I say? There's nothing more I can say, yo. Zoro vs. Mihawk is a personal fan favorite. I want to fight that I want to see. As we know, Mihawk trained him in the time skip. A lot of people think that since Mihawk trained him, the fight was not going to be as good, but I think it's going to be better the fact that Mihawk trained him. More history, and we know that we got a shout out to the East Blue days where Zoro took that slash from Mihawk. Now you're probably thinking, is this it? Is this all the things you want to talk about when it comes to the final war and One Piece being revealed? I actually have more to talk about, one final thing, and the final thing I want to talk about is Koby. We know that I mentioned that Shanks and Luffy were centered around the beginning of the manga, but when it comes to the beginning of the anime, it was centered around Koby. Did Oda tell the anime to make the Koby situation first in the anime for a reason? Who knows, but Koby is a day one character when it comes to Luffy and meeting up friends, and I feel like Koby, we saw him in Enies lobby, we saw him in the cover story, he's training, he's trying to get better, he's getting trained by Garp, and he's getting stronger and stronger, and Luffy said it. When Koby said his dream is to become an admiral, Luffy said, you're gonna have to reach that level to fight me. That's a foreshadowing of Luffy and Koby having a crazy final battle. Yes, I said it. A lot of people make jokes about Koby, but I think that Koby and Luffy are going to have a crazy final battle, and it's going to be so crazy because we're rooting for both of them. I think fights that where you're rooting for both characters, you like both characters, it's more impactful. It's like, whoa, I don't know what to say. I'm just shocked. Like, I recently saw Goku versus Gohan fight in the Dragon Ball Super Series, and I was like, whoa, I like both of these characters. I like those kind of fights. So I think Koby and Luffy are going to fight. They might team up, as you see in the thumbnail. They might team up or somewhere in this final arc, final war, but a battle between these two characters. I remember that moment where Luffy jumped out the barrel and Koby was there, and how soft Koby was and how he grown as a character, and Luffy's grown as a character. Man, oh man, from the beginning to the end, seeing it, it's poetic justice. Yes, I said it, it's poetic justice. But tell me your thoughts in the comment section. Tell me something I missed out when it comes to the final war in One Piece. What do you think is going to happen in the final war that I missed out? Because I love reading you guys' comments. You guys drop some fire comments. Like, you guys see me responding. You guys are amazing. Shout out to Nabil and Tani. But tell me your thoughts. I want to hear your thoughts on the final war in One Piece, the final arc. It's so hype. Like and share if you enjoyed. Like and share only if you enjoyed. And subscribe for more One Piece content. I'm the Legend Mac, and I'm gone.